According to Denise Richards, she issued an ultimatum to the creators of Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. She refused to appear on the show without one thing, which she would not compromise on. They apparently handed it to her since they wanted her on the show so badly. To learn more about this ultimatum, continue reading Special Forces. Celebrities attend the toughest test in the world. Several famous people appear in Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. They have produced Olympic athletes, Bachelor stars, and much more. These celebrities are brought in and given the most difficult mental and physical tasks. Before they ever reach the end, many people quit. Some difficult celebrities, on the other hand, persevere till the end. Because of how hard it pushes everyone, fans like watching this show. Fans get to see their favorite reality stars from a new perspective. Denise Richards issues a demand to producers. The show's current season features Denise Richards. She did, however, disclose that she issued an ultimatum to producers. I mentioned that when I was asked to perform in the show. There is no freaking way, I said, or else I would spend the entire time in the restroom. I refused to use the restroom while watching television. Since that was my deal breaker, it took them a few weeks to respond, and I'm sure they'll be angry. I say that because someone will probably say something like, well, Denise Richards got a toilet next season. However, they obtained and concealed a toilet. However, I stated, I don't want anyone to know that it's just my toilet, so I won't have a target on my back. Denise's determination to obtain her own toilet is adored by her fans. They might now have to do that for many other celebrities, though. Denise apparently insisted on having her own restroom. She didn't want to use the same restroom as the others. She didn't want to use the restroom with the other cast members, though. Therefore, she had to have her own restroom or else she wouldn't be allowed to be on the show. In the end, Denise was given her own toilet. Additionally, they kept it a secret from the cast until they discovered it on their own. How do you feel about her demand? Denise Richards is no stranger to drama, but even fans weren't prepared for the behind-the-scenes fireworks she allegedly ignited during her stint on Special Forces, World's Toughest Test. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills alum, actress, and one-time Bond girl reportedly gave producers an explosive ultimatum just days into filming. Change this, or I'm out. In a series known for breaking down celebrities physically and emotionally, Denise apparently refused to let herself be broken without a fight. According to insiders, what unfolded wasn't just a diva moment. It was a battle of wills that left production scrambling and her fellow contestants stunned. Not your average reality star. From Hollywood glamour to gritty desert drills, Denise Richards seemed like an unlikely recruit for Special Forces. And yet, her inclusion was part of the show's allure. Watching a woman known for designer gowns and red carpet grace try to survive in combat boots, freezing water, and zero privacy. She signed on knowing it would be tough, one source close to production revealed. But Denise also made it clear from the start, she wasn't going to be humiliated for the sake of TV. And that's where the tension began. The turning point, one scene too far. Just 3 days into the shoot, during a grueling overnight simulation that required celebs to submerge themselves in freezing water and crawl through mud under barbed wire, producers reportedly encouraged the DS, directing staff, instructors to push Denise harder. The goal? Dramatic footage. What they got instead? An ultimatum. According to a crew member who witnessed the tense standoff, Denise walked straight to the producer's tent at 4:00 a.m., covered in mud, hair plastered to her face, and eyes blazing. She said, "You want a breakdown. You won't get it. You want trauma for ratings. Go find someone else." She told them flat out. Either they treat her with respect, or she leaves. Immediately. Denise draws the line. The issue, sources say, wasn't the physical challenge itself. Denise knew she'd be tested. It was the tone of the interactions and how she was being singled out for dramatic effect. She felt producers were manipulating the experience, one insider shared. They wanted tears. They wanted meltdowns. But Denise wasn't about to fake weakness. After her confrontation, Denise reportedly demanded changes to how instructions were delivered to her, including no personal jabs about her past or family, and no footage of her crying aired without approval. And to everyone's surprise, production agreed. She walked out of that tent like a boss, another contestant revealed. We were all watching like, did Denise just get special forces to bend the rules for her? She did. Why she signed on at all? So why would someone like Denise Richards, who's built a decades-long career in film, television, and beauty campaigns, even agree to a reality show known for punishing its cast? Friends say she had something to prove, to herself, her fans, and perhaps even her doubters in the industry. After all the chaos on Housewives, Denise wanted to reclaim control of her image, a source close to the star explained. She's not just glam and gossip, she's tough, she's a mom. She's been through hell and back in real life. This was her way of showing that. The Special Forces experience, she hoped, would allow her to rise beyond the drama queen label and remind people that behind the lashes and lipstick is a woman who's fought real battles, custody fights, divorce, death, and public scrutiny. Producers wanted more, and Denise said no. It wasn't the first time a reality show wanted more from Denise than she was willing to give. On Rhobh, she famously walked away mid-season after her alleged drama with Brandi Glanville and the cast's obsession with her private life. She's not afraid to walk away, one former producer from Housewives confirmed. When Denise feels cornered or disrespected, she'll pack up in a second. She doesn't need the check. She's doing this on her terms. And her Special Forces ultimatum was proof of that. After the changes were made, Denise reportedly stayed and completed several more brutal challenges, including simulated combat exercises, high-intensity rappelling, and even a psychological interrogation. But she never played the victim, and she never cried on camera again. The aftermath, mixed reactions. Denise's castmates had mixed reactions. Some applauded her boldness. She stood up for herself in a way most of us were too scared to, one female contestant admitted. It was empowering. Others, however, weren't so sure. There's a difference between being strong and being stubborn, another contestant noted. This show is about surrendering control. Denise never really did. Will she return? Though Denise completed most of the course, rumors suggest she won't be returning for another season. Not because she failed, but because she chose to make a statement instead. She walked in looking for a challenge, and she got one, a show source said. But she also reminded everyone she's not a puppet for reality TV. Denise hasn't spoken publicly about the controversy yet, but insiders say she's considering doing a raw, unfiltered sit-down interview to discuss what really happened on set. She wants to share her side, the source added, and she wants to show other women that you can be tough, glamorous, and draw boundaries. One thing's clear, Denise plays by her own rules. In an era where celebrities often surrender their dignity for a few more followers or one more season, Denise Richards continues to be a rare breed, a reality star who sets her own terms. Whether she's on the red carpet or in the trenches, Denise refuses to be reduced to a storyline. And as Special Forces learned the hard way, you don't put Denise Richards in a corner, not even one full of mud, cold, and cameras. Sound off in the comments below.